Hey y'all, welcome to the Greek Chorus, a podcast hosted by two friends from New York who met in college and moved to LA.
Where now we're yapping about how we're using our degrees and charm to navigate this amazing city. I'm Issa Providence.
And I'm jordantburrows.
And we're the Greek Chorus.
Hey! Hey guys! Happy episode...
Oh, no, you want to say it?
No, you can say it.
Happy podcast 10, everyone. I'm back.
Issa's back, thank God. I missed you.
Yeah, I was sad to not be here last episode, but you guys got to geek out more than I would probably
Enjoy
ever.
it?
Yeah. No offense.
Okay. No, none taken.
It was
It's
the
true.
longest episode we've had.
Yeah,
so
you're welcome, guys.
I
you
think
guys have known more about Greek mythology in an hour and a half than some people do in their whole lives.
Yeah, and I think I would have
you would have
cut you guys off, and yeah.
But no, it's okay. Issa and I had a grand reunion on Saturday at St. Patty's, so
Yeah.
it was great.
Today we're talking about social media,
Woo, woo.
both kind of our journeys with social media, how it affects the industry, and some of our favorite creators and stuff online.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, Joe, who is your goddess of the day?
I'm so glad that you asked, Issa. My goddess today, I'm the goddess of stairs.
Okay.
It's a little known fact that when it's nice out, I try and go on as many hikes as possible in the morning when I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I made the masochistic decision to climb the Culver City steps,
Right, okay.
which is a 2-mile long step.
Yeah.
The stairs or whatever. Ow.
Yeah.
My thighs are burning. Because when I hike, I speed hike.
Yeah.
So that I can get a workout in.
Yeah.
Ow, 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 ow.
I think I'd give up after 40.
I got most of the way. And then it gets really, really steep at the end, right before the overlook. But they have paths that slowly incline
I see.
after. And I said to myself, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I did the paths.
And then you had to go back down?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's so brave.
It was so brave, but it's beautiful. What's your goddess?
Today I am the goddess of scrounging around.
Sure.
We have not gone to the grocery store in a really long time. So literally in our fridge right now, because there was some stuff that I needed to throw out, is about 10 carrots.
Sure.
1 singular egg.
Okay.
3 different types of cream cheese. Some garlic cloves and an onion.
Amen.
And maybe some Greek yogurt. And that's kind of it. And a lot of sauces, but not a lot of things that you can actually eat.
As someone who's lactose intolerant, my stomach just lurched with the amount of cream that you have.
Yeah. So
What kind of cream cheese, may I ask?
we have plain from Trader Joe's.
Sure.
And then there's this place called Modern Bread and Bagel.
I've been wanting to go. I should go.
It's so good. It's fully gluten-free. So
That's
when
what
I
I've
go
been
in, I'm
hearing,
like,
yeah.
woohoo. And it's also founded in New York. So you know it's going to be good.
Good bagels.
So they have strawberry and chive is what we have.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't want to get normal.
But no bagels?
No bagels. We finished our bagels yesterday.
Okay. Well, we know what Issa's doing after this.
Yeah, I need to go to the grocery store so bad.
To be fair, that was me 2 days ago. I had a cucumber from I don't remember the last time I bought a cucumber, so it's been a second.
Yeah.
A teaspoon left of creamer because I drink coffee. Dried agave syrup.
Right.
My skincare.
Yeah, I have my aloe gel in there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yum.
Yeah.
And I think half a margarita can.
Yeah. It's hard when there's 2 people because
Sure.
there's only so much food. We have some frozen chicken and frozen steak in our freezer.
But you don't want to just eat chicken and steak every single day.
Yeah. Last night we finished our broccoli, so now we have no veggies except for 10 baby carrots. So
Nutritious.
Yeah.
Hey, carrots and cream cheese.
Yeah, I need to figure out what else I can eat with those cream cheeses because I just can't eat so many bagels over and over again.
I don't, maybe,
crackers.
yeah, or bring it, we should do it when we're having like a girls' night on Sunday. Bring it for charcuterie or something.
Oh yeah, or with maybe celery or
Yeah,
something
something.
like that. Yeah. Anyways,
Pretzels.
Well, I have to get
gluten-free pretzels.
but those would be tasty.
Yeah.
So, at what age did you get on social media?
I think it was 6th grade that I first got permission to download Instagram. Mm-hmm. But this was 2014. I think I was 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But wow, was it cringy?
Yeah. I think I got Instagram in 5th grade.
Okay.
Because I had older siblings and my friends had older siblings that had it.
Did you start middle school in 5th grade?
No, in 6th grade.
Oh, okay.
And the first picture, I remember it very vividly, is I made my Instagram account, I think at my house, and then promptly went to my best friend's house. And my first Instagram picture was, for some reason, I was wearing a polo. I don't know why.
Well, you went to private school?
No, not at that time.
Oh, so this was just unprompted polo.
Yeah, I was just wearing a light blue polo. Sick. And it's me with my hands on my hips and I'm like smiling.
So, that's cute. See, mine, you've seen Glee.
Obviously.
In the New York Nationals, they had their hair in like a half up, half down, but it wasn't a half up, half down. It was a one side,
right,
half up,
right.
And I said, "Oh, that's my new style
for loser like me."
No,
for that one,
yes, for losers like me. Mm-hmm. And I was wearing a purple Abercrombie and Fitch kids top,
classic. And
you know the side smiles that all the YouTubers were doing.
Yeah,
it was that. Never
the 2014 equivalent of hey.
Yes.
Hey.
I did that every single photo.
Yeah. It was cringy. It was bad.
Cringe.
I also don't know if you guys did this at your school, but it would be first person to like this photo gets to change my Instagram handle for a week.
Oh,
would you do that?
We did that.
Yeah. And then so I went through so many different Instagram handles. It's insane.
I went through only a few, but I think my parents, because of email. What was your first email?
My first email I got when I was really young because I got Webkins and my parents didn't want
I also had Webkins.
My Webkins stuff linked to their email.
So true.
So I got my first email when I was 7.
Mine was around that age too.
But I didn't check it.
Right.
I just had it for Webkins.
Do you remember what it was called?
My nickname dot my last name at yahoo.com.
Okay, so you also had a pretty standard. I've had the same email since I was 8 or 9.
Oh, no, I've had so many emails.
Good for you.
Well, my Yahoo one I got logged out of at some point and couldn't log back in.
Oh, right.
But it's attached to my Apple ID, so
Apple,
I don't know.
What's up with that?
I didn't figure out how to change that.
Ruh-roh, you might have got, if you haven't canceled your or unsubscribed from Webkins, you might have some crazy Webkins emails.
Well, maybe once a year I'll go in and check on my Webkins.
Actually?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had
How many Webkins did you?
probably 12.
Whoa.
I had so many.
That's a lot of Webkins.
I had a dolphin, so I had a water room where every other Webkins wore the scuba like
Sandy
globe
Cheeks
things. Yes. But then the dolphin would wear that in the other rooms.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
That was my first social media.
Yeah, so true. I think it was that for me or Pop Tropica.
I wasn't a Pop Tropica girl.
See, they had the Percy Jackson Island.
See, I wasn't a Percy Jackson girl, so I also in elementary school would use AOL, instant chat.
I didn't use AOL.
I used it instead of texting before I had a phone.
So true.
Because then all my friends would have that, and then I could message them on the instant chat or whatever it was
Maybe I've just always been out of the loop for Chappaqua, but we didn't really text until 4th grade, I want to say, when everyone started getting phones.
Yeah, well, it was easier to text on AOL on my mom's iPad than it was to text on my flip phone, where I had to click 3 times to get any letter, you know? But definitely Instagram was the start of everything. I got Snapchat and Vine probably at the same time.
I never had Vine.
Ever?
Ever. Not once.
Oh my God.
I know.
I loved Vine. I was a Vine girl,
that
for sure.
Deeply checks out because you also were a YouTuber.
Yeah, actually.
You were a YouTuber.
I made YouTube videos in elementary school.
They're not up anymore.
No.
I checked.
I
did search.
I wish that I would have just privated them so that I could still see them, but I deleted all of them. Yeah,
Dang.
Which is annoying. But then I had another channel in high school.
That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, those I think still have some up.
Maybe
the username is Isabella here.
Oh, then I haven't. Okay, well.
So those ones.
Jordan just opens her notes.
I think I still have some of those up because some of them had a decent amount of views.
Okay.
Because I would make them about camp, like summer camp or boarding school or stuff like that didn't have a huge amount of people making YouTube videos about them. So those actually got a decent amount of views. So slay me. But my first one was Makeup Lover 916. And
that's awesome.
Those are wiped. Those don't exist on the internet anymore. But
God, I love finding my friends like ancient YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
It's the best.
They were bad. It'd be me at 9 years old making a 5-minute makeup tutorial. I'm like, why? There's
Michelle
no reason.
Foncourt?
I got to meet Michelle Phan.
No fucking way. Wait, what?
Yeah, she was on the Dr. Oz show. And my best friend, or one of my best friends in elementary school, her mom worked for Dr. Oz.
That's sick.
So she took us out of school that day and brought us in to the city.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade. It was crazy. She's minuscule. She's like so tiny.
She'd blow away. I've heard. She'd blow away at the wind.
Well, she's 5 feet tall, and even as an 8th grader, I was 5'6". So I was way younger and way taller, and I was like, oh my God.
I would have guessed 5'2", 5'3" for her.
I just remember her being itty bitty.
Huh.
But
what do you know?
That was slay.
So, Issa, when do you feel like you start? I mean, middle school is different. The way that we were attached to social media and kind of how we had this weird attachment issue. We all did.
Yeah.
But when do you feel as though social media became not just a fun thing for you to do, but something essential?
I think probably not until a year or two ago. I think in high school and the start of college, it's post fun things with your friends. But then especially with the rise of influencers in the way that they are now, so many more people are trying to make more serious online presences. And not that all of my videos are serious, but I think with the rise of influencers, people are like, oh, this is actually a thing that is interesting. And a lot of people went through that phase when we were in high school of 2016 YouTube, where everybody wanted to be a YouTuber because the rise of like
PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie, MagCon, the British people.
The twins.
All of the British people.
I saw them. They were down the street, the twins. Nikki and
Gabby?
Yeah.
Oh, really? The what's the last name?
I was getting...
DiMartino? Is that
Yeah, it was right before the Hollywood episode. I was doing notes at the coffee shop down the street. Mm-hmm. They were there.
You're like, hey.
I did a double take. I was like, what?
They're so funny now because now they're exposing all these things about that time period that were just false.
Same with My Life as Ava.
Oh yeah, she's like a DJ now or something. Yeah. But it's so interesting to see that was deemed so long ago that they're now like exposing these secrets from 10 years ago,
which is insane.
Yeah, but there's still people that are like the other half of their group of Remy Ashton and Alicia Marie and
Tila Dunn.
Yeah, they're all still on YouTube and making livings with YouTube and podcasts and TikTok, and it's so interesting to see the trickling of where people are spending more of their time now on socials. Because I listen to Trisha Paytas' podcast all the time. She's like, I make no money on YouTube. She's like, all of my money comes from TikTok now. Yeah. Because it's just not, people don't watch as much YouTube. And if I'm going to YouTube, it's for long form content that is engaging. It's not for vlogs and that kind of stuff anymore.
I was going to say later, but TikTok vlogging is huge now. Because people want to see seconds of your day. They don't really care about seeing you walk down the street.
Yeah, I don't need to hear you tell me that you're going in to get your nails done and what color you're going to choose if you're just then going to show me a picture of you at the nail salon with your colors done. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think at some point long form was huge. Like people would post vlogs that were 40 minutes long, which was insane.
I want to say that was our senior year.
Yeah, for sure. Like 2019, 2020, long form vlogs were really huge.
I mean, long form vlogs are what really helped me sort of get a picture of LA before I moved out.
Yeah, and it's interesting now because I'm sure the TikTokers that post multiple times in their day are posting 10, 15 minutes of content that would equate to a YouTube video, but it's like 30 different videos on TikTok, so it's so different.
And it takes them the same amount of time to edit and make.
Yeah.
Brain.
Who are or do you have more to say on your...
Yeah, I think in college, especially as actors, when you're starting to prepare to leave, you realize that networking opportunities and who you're friends with are those opportunities. So you can be, friends is not Issa and I, but
acquaintances.
Just like friends on Facebook.
Or
Instagram
I see.
Followers.
Yeah.
Mutuals.
Yeah.
And in addition to you having to be your biggest advocate, as it doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Yeah.
You have to be your biggest advocate, but it's also your biggest promoter now. I mean, hence our podcast and us using Instagram to promote our podcast.
Yeah, well, it's so interesting because I feel like the people that are active on socials, that are actors, are more so people that have not made it yet.
Yes,
because
for sure.
Famous actors have the luxury of being mysterious because they don't have to be discovered.
Zendaya doesn't have to post on Instagram.
Yeah.
She has a team to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting to think about, well, you know, if my stars align and I become this big movie star, am I going to be posting the same way that I am now? And it's like, probably not.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to balance those two things. But then why am I building a following if I don't want to just abandon the following, you know? But then I feel like there's so few famous artists and stuff that post as themselves. A lot of them, like you said, are their teams posting and stuff that they don't even know what's going up on their socials. Or if they do, it's all super over edited so that it portrays a certain image.
So, speaking of having a team, this is just a tangent, but a funny story that I just remembered that I had. I was in a show, it's 2025, so 2.5 years ago, summer of 2022, right before we went to London. I was in a show called Tell Me I'm Still Young. I understudied and did narrations, and may he rest in peace, but Andre Brower, he played Captain in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was in that, and he was talking to Michelle Park, who was the other lead in the show. Crazy cast. I couldn't believe that I was in it. It was me and then 4 other Broadway people. Crazy. But they were talking about his Instagram and his Captain Holt's funniest moments post, and he was like, I made that?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I have to text my intern. He started texting his intern. But it was really funny because, I mean, he is famous, but he's not Zendaya famous. And even he had
a team. Yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting that they want all of these, and maybe some people are more relatable than others, and older guys don't really care as much. I'm sure half of Millie Bobby Brown's Instagram is her team, and half of it is her.
Or Rachel Zegler is pretty good about posting.
Yeah, or anyone like that. But it is interesting to think that it's supposed to be this super personable look inside my life, and at some point Instagram got way too formal, and I think people now are trying to revert back to make Instagram casual again. Yeah, photo dumps, stuff that's not just pictures of them. But then at some point also Instagram changed their algorithm, so now I don't even see my friends' posts.
I see random people I don't follow.
Yeah. And
I didn't see your post that you made that I was the front page in until 2 days after you posted it.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know why. And I kind of wrote this down about the journey of socials, but they're all the same now. They all have the same features. They all have a story. They all have a shop. They all have an explore page. They all have the For You stuff. And it's all exactly the same. And I don't know why they're so similar, because they don't do different things. But it's like, I don't need a TikTok explore page. What is the TikTok stem? What is that?
What? Yeah.
Who uses that? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Or Instagram not showing me the people that I follow. That makes no sense. Like, I in high school got 600 likes on posts.
Yeah.
And now I get 120.
Yeah.
I'm like, none of those followers went away.
If I get 120, it's a great day.
I know. I'll post something and then hours later it'll be like, you got 50 likes.
Yes.
I'm like, I used to get 50 likes in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's insane now that the algorithm is so changed that for some reason nobody ever sees my content.
I turn off my like count because I'll just drive myself crazy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I turn off my like count every single time.
Yeah. I can't. But yeah. I guess that sort of brings me to our next sort of topic question, is the pressure to censor and uncensor in our lives and in the industry and on social media. Well, what are some of your thoughts?
I think from an outside of entertainment perspective, people need to be so careful because, and our parents have said this since the dawn of social media, is the internet is forever. And there really are way too many people that, especially at huge, very party culture colleges like we went to, stop posting pictures where I can tell you're drunk and you are 20 years old and you are wearing a bra and basically underwear and your future employer is going to see this.
Yeah.
Like, I purposely have my family follow me and my
me too.
Like, teachers follow me and everything, because I know that, not that I would post scantily clad pictures anyways, but I know that there are these people that don't want to see that on my Instagram, and I can keep that to my Snapchat friends story or my Instagram friend story or whatever it is, but stop posting things like that. It's embarrassing.
Even out of college, I mean, I know people, and hey, they look amazing, but I have friends, specifically girlfriends, but friends in general, who will post basically boudoir photos.
Yeah.
And their teachers follow them, or their old, like, mentors follow them. And I think, oh my God.
Yeah.
I could never. But also, I think not only did our parents instill that in us, but I think where we are in the industry. Because casting casting works hard. It is a hard job. And they don't want to make it harder for themselves. They look at Instagrams. And if they want to cast a girl next door, like Issa and I have gone for some, and will continue to go for, if we post a boudoir photo, they're going to say, well, this is an HR issue, or I can't, now it's ingrained in my brain and I can't see her excellent tape for what it is.
And I have more on that kind of stuff for our next talking point, but in the arts world, it's very interesting because tapes nowadays will specifically say, do not post this online. Do not post this. And people still do.
People still do all the time.
Did you not read the directions? If they look onto your TikTok, because now they have your name, they will see that you posted this and you will be out of the running for whatever part it is.
Unless you have been cast, it has been filmed, and you get permission from your reps and HR that you can post your audition photos or videos. Don't be doing that.
Yeah. And I've posted some with no context and no words.
Yeah, because no one...
Yeah, just being like, commercial, and you can see my mouth going... But it's not any words. You have no idea what it's for.
I just laughed for future try.
But it's when you're posting. I was just saying this. The amount of people posting their Heather's open call videos on TikTok,
Guys.
I can't do it anymore. I can't watch so many Heather Chandlers on my For You page or people singing Dead Girl Walking. Stop posting it.
Yeah.
Because the casting team doesn't want you to post your stuff there.
They've already seen it. And if they see it again, they're going to get annoyed.
Yeah. And, oh my God.
If I see another blue or gray tarp.
Yeah.
With, whoa, I'm going to.
Yeah, the hair flip.
Throw something.
Or the, shut up, Heather. I can't. And now I'm watching it going, I wouldn't cast you.
Yeah. Literally.
The amount of them that I see that I genuinely am like, I feel so bad because you were not right for this and you just put this online for everybody to watch.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's just a lot.
Yeah.
I will say, speaking of the idea, not just with this industry, but the idea of making Instagram more casual and people wanting that, or social media in general, I think it's totally appropriate to articulate your feelings, whether they're good or bad, about the world at large. It's a really hard time for anyone in any industry right now, and there are ebbs and flows of good and bad. And you are allowed to articulate that, and in fact, that's how things are universalized, because you say, I'm having a hard time, here's why, let me know if any of you guys are feeling this way, you're not alone. And then everyone will congregate and support that. But
However,
I have known a lot of people who take it too far. It can get not cute when you start posting little TikToks or little Instagram posts, like on your story, of you crashing out and having a temper tantrum about what's going on. That's not cute.
Yeah.
I get that
not
you're
helpful.
And not helpful. I get you're upset. But if you are genuinely having emotional distress, TikTok is not the place to be posting 30-second videos of you scream crying and saying, oh, I'm having trouble. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's okay to articulate that. But be smart in how you express it and don't do it more than once. Because otherwise, my entire feed is going to be your videos of you crashing out, and I'll be really concerned and also annoyed because I want to watch stupid little videos.
Yeah. Yeah, the culture of, and I don't want to sound like a white straight girl. But I think there is too much culture, and this is going to be a hot take, of people asking for money.
Yes! Oh my god.
Online for things that, I'm sorry, do not guilt me into giving you money for things that are not necessary.
Yeah.
Like,
if I know you and you have a GoFundMe and you post one story saying, here's the explanation of my parent who is in the hospital, even 50 cents counts.
Yeah.
Well, you're my friend.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm going to help you. But I don't want to save the bees. I want to save the bees, but me donating 50 cents, which ends up being $1 with tax.
There's this TikToker, and I'm not shaming her, but she was living out of her car, but now she got a job and she can afford to live. I think she got an apartment. But then she posts these videos of her going to get her hair done, and then the next video is her opening things that people bought for her on her Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
And don't make people buy things for you if you can afford to go get your hair done.
Yeah.
That is so shady to me, because I get when you are living in your car, if you need things, if you are hoping that someone out of the goodness of their heart will buy you a cover for your front window so people can't stare at you when you're sleeping. Sure.
Yeah.
I understand that. And even in that capacity, I personally am like, unless I really resonate with your story, or if there's something that really calls me to,
or connects me to you.
Yeah, connect with you or whatever it is, I think it's a little...
I'll happily share and like and boost the post.
Yeah.
But
don't show me someone buying you a jacket that you could have bought with the money you got your hair done with.
Yeah.
Because that person is being nice to you.
Yeah. Also, I think that also brings up the idea of a censored soda thing that happened with social media companies giving people free things.
Yes, and I love that brand.
I also love that brand. This is no shade to the brand.
And they just... First of all, I think part of it was that there was a miscommunication that all of these people were keeping these vending machines.
Yeah.
When it was a Super Bowl stunt that they were doing. But...
Or the suitcase brand did you see that?
I think so. Yeah. But that, you can't be mad at brands trying to cater to influencers that have a lot of followers, because they know that everybody's going to go and watch that video.
Sure.
And whether it's good marketing or bad marketing,
it's marketing.
Those vending machines caused a lot of stir, and a lot of millions of people saw that. You know?
For sure. That's not what I'm saying. I think it's more of the idea that people get free things because they ask for it and then behave shady or shadily.
Shadily.
Words, as William Shakespeare once said. That's what irks me.
Yeah.
Say, pull a Maya Hawke. Just say, yes, I'm a Nepo.
Yeah.
And I will use my connections to get me farther. and support my friends.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
But if you're shady about it, that's weird.
Yeah. I don't like that side of TikTok that is sneakily trying to sell me things or whatever it is. Like, be upfront if you're gonna sell me the chopper that you're using when making your dinner on TikTok Shop, just tell me that.
Yeah.
Don't be like, this is so amazing. I use this every single day now. Oh my God, the link is in the bio. I'm like, shut up.
But also, TikTok Shop, if you want to sponsor us.
Well, TikTok Shop, I am very confused about.
Me too.
Because
where is it coming from?
Where is it coming from? And do brands sell directly on TikTok Shop, correct? Or no?
I'm just blinking at you, say I
have no idea.
I've never bought from TikTok Shop because I'm scared.
Well, that's
it's a pyramid scheme.
That's the thing. I don't know if I'm buying directly from a brand or if I'm accidentally buying a knockoff.
It's probably the latter.
Yeah. But then these small brands, I'm like, okay, can I buy? Yeah. I'd rather just go to a website.
Yeah. If you want me to go to your website, I'll happily go to your website.
Yeah.
But TikTok Shop? That's the ether.
And Instagram used to have oh yeah.
TikTok Shop is the upside down.
And Instagram Shop does and doesn't exist anymore. I feel like whenever I try to find it, I can't.
I'm sure they're owned by a similar company.
Yeah, I don't get it anymore.
Yeah, me neither. Do you want to go into the effects on the industry?
Yes. Speaking of my hawk, I think it is crazy that even celebrities are talking about how productions want people to have followers.
Yes, they do.
If Maya Hawke can't get it, how in the world am I supposed to get it with 2,000 TikTok followers? That makes no sense.
It's insane. I said casting wants numbers and check marks give you privilege.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of...
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking of another... we've talked about them before, but because one person in the partnership has a check mark, they get a lot of boosts. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm being vague, but check marks give you privilege, and that's just the nature of the game. It's not good or bad.
But it's so frustrating when I get if a casting team, and I see it on casting networks all the time, is asking you for your Instagram for more pictures.
Yeah.
I understand that. Granted, I have a lot of pictures on my casting networks.
Just like your employer wanting to see if you are partying and a club rat.
Or legitimate or whatever it is.
If you're auditioning for Disney doesn't want to see you in Las Vegas every weekend.
Yes, but there are certain projects, and I see it a lot with music videos, that when they say it, they're like, put your Instagram handle first, and then your height and your weight or whatever it is.
It's so weird to me.
And my thought is always, they're just going to go see if I have followers.
Yeah, or if you're hot by their standards or whatever.
Exactly.
Which is so stupid.
Because unless it specifies, put Instagram link for more photos or whatever it is, if you ask for it first, I'm assuming it's just because you want to go see my face and see if it has likes under it, you know? Yeah. And that's so...
It's also, the algorithm works in mysterious ways, and you can be doing everything right, and you can have a team, and still not get the followers that you deserve.
Or I have a public Instagram, which is at Issa Providence, which is my acting Instagram, it's my professional Instagram, and I have a private one that is for all of my friends and people that I've known throughout the years, and that one has more followers, but it's private. Yeah. So I'm not going to link them to that one because I can't see it anyways. Yeah. But technically I have 2,000 followers on it or whatever it is. Yeah. Whereas my professional one only has 200.
Sure.
So then it's like, well, technically I have people that follow me and people that like my photos.
Technically you have 2,200 followers.
Yeah. But because I started this other Instagram a year ago, it's not, and I post on it very infrequently.
And you started your Instagram 10 years ago.
Yeah. So the numbers game and asking for Instagram handles always makes me a little
It's sketch. That being said, my Instagram handle is public. It's jordantburrows. Really creative. I know. Super.
Well, it's also, they have your name. They can look it up by themselves.
Yeah.
Which is what we talked about this with Bob Hupp in our audition class, where he said, you know, if we start to like you, we'll go and look on your Facebook or your Instagram.
Be findable.
If we want to know more about you. And if we look on it and you're some crazy red flag person, suddenly we don't want to cast you anymore. But if you just seem normal, then it's fine. Yeah. Which that makes sense. But don't make me tell you my Instagram handle. You can look me up if you feel the need to look at my Instagram.
I'm findable.
Yeah.
Google me.
Yeah. I put my website that is linked to my Instagram in the notes, you know?
Me too.
I'm not findable.
Yeah.
But when you ask me for it, then I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's always a little sketch.
Yeah.
I have a story, kind of. I'm not sure people realize how much casting is secretly on social media. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not the actual casting page, if it's the casting director or they have their assistant or whatever intern, they are looking you up.
Yeah.
I will give 2 examples. I'm sure she'd be fine with me talking about, both of these women would be fine with me talking about them. My best friend was public and was posting about her guest star on Poker Face. Mm-hmm. And a indie casting company reached out to her to film, the trailer concept in Italy for this movie.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that they casted her off of Instagram. Mm-hmm. Also, Delaney Rowe, who is a TikTok creator. She's the girl who does, that indie girl in movies who's the manic pixie dream girl.
Oh, yes. With dark hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess she's a friend, but a casting director, friend person, who's the head of AMC casting that I've had a few generals with, brought her in through TikTok because she fit the bill for a role in a movie, and she's been through AMC casting 6 times in the last 4 months. Yeah. Just because of TikTok.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They find you.
And they want to... I like to think that they want people to succeed too and want to find new talent. Or at least the smaller ones do, you know? People casting at Warner Brothers and whatever are more wanting of big talent, but... Warner Brothers, if you want to cast me, I'm not gonna say no.
My arm is twisted. Kiss my arm.
But they are everywhere, and it's the same
on Instagram.
Yeah, it's the same on every. Well, I guess there's no other. People don't really use Facebook or Snapchat in that capacity. But
does anyone use Snapchat anymore?
I do, to keep 3 singular
3 streaks
yeah,
alive.
Yeah,
I actually listened to our last podcast where you mentioned your 3 streaks.
Yeah, I keep 3 streaks. It is Ian, Sophia, and my little Avery, and that's it.
That's cute. But see, when it's that kind of thing on Snapchat is,
and I use my private story. I enjoy looking at people's private stories.
I know. My sister sends me her private story all the time, and I was like, girl, I was bullied on Snapchat in March. I deleted it. I'm not kidding.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
By who?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I'll tell you later. But I deleted it because my brain thought was, I don't have any streaks. I don't really use Snapchat. It's just on here for me to look at stories, which I can look on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm an adult, and bullying is so middle school.
Yeah, it does feel funny now to have new friends and not immediately
What's your Snapchat?
What's your Snap? Yeah.
But
that's how it should be.
I just FaceTime you instead.
Yeah, or get their Instagram or their number. There are even people that I don't even have their Instagrams.
Who?
Like those girls that we met at the party that are now
they were super nice
in our group chat, but I don't know either of their Instagrams.
Guys, social media is so trite, but it's also super important.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk, speaking of us being online, do we want to talk about, oh my god, oh, whoa.
Our favorite creators?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some YouTube ones that I've been watching for years. And then my TikTok ones are kind of just general ones too.
Okay.
Do you watch the trio of Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor, and Danny Gonzalez?
Oh, wait. Who are they?
They do a lot of commentary videos.
Oh.
Or they'll do videos that are, I bought everything that was suggested to me on my Facebook this week and tried it out. Or
I know who you're talking about.
I watched this animated film that is a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was thinking of a different trio.
Oh.
The trio that on TikTok, maybe we're on different sides of TikTok, but...
Well, they're on YouTube.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah. But I love if I'm going to go to YouTube, it's for long form content most of the time. Also to watch Trixie Mattel. But they all do longer form that is scripted, essentially. They write out a script of some sort to do their videos, so it's not just talking at the camera. There's jokes in there. They're interesting. And then I also watch Mike's Mike, and he is so funny.
I hear he's really funny.
He's Australian, and he will do a full recap of season 1 of Glee. And he'll have a full pinboard behind him. Or he'll do it for Pretty Little Liars. He did 3 of these different British movies that came out all in the same year. Those Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, and 2 other ones that I didn't know. And he did a video titled British Off of 2008 or whatever it was. They're so funny.
Okay.
And he's so girly pop. He's Australian. I don't know if I said that. But his videos are really good. But they're really long. They're like an hour.
Yeah.
So those I have to put on while I'm doing something. Like I'll put him on while I'm doing dishes or something.
I love that.
I love him. And then for TikTokers / overall, Trisha Paytas. I love her. I'm so excited that she's pregnant again.
She is?
Yes. 3rd baby. And then she's like, I'm getting my tubes tied.
Yeah, I would
she's
too.
like, this is it. Eli Rallo, I've talked about
Eli
her.
On mine.
I love her. I think we would be bestie boos.
I think she would be in our girl group.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She'd bring the Aperol spritzes.
Oh yeah. And then this girl named MT, do you get her? She's from Westchester.
Oh.
But she's so fun and spunky. She loves vintage clothes. She always has the most beautiful blonde blowout. But she starts every video being like, hey chicks, today I'm going to show you how to get the most Gorgina bang and whatever it is. And and then she wears these fun vintage outfits. She's probably 21, 22. She's our age.
Sure.
She went to her first sponsored event and it was for Subway and she was so excited. She's like, I'm so excited. And she calls her boyfriend Moonchild.
Oh my god. Okay, so I know what kind of girl she was in middle school.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with her.
Moonchild.
Yeah. And he's just this blonde boy and they both sail and I love them.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about you?
Okay, so I have 4 YouTubers. Yeah. And some of them are on TikTok as well. Mm-hmm. For TikTok, I have Ellie Rallo.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite. Then for YouTube, TikTok combo, because all of them are on TikTok and YouTube. Have you ever seen Alex Myers? No. Similar to Mike's, he does long form content about shows and movies. Mm-hmm. But he's an animator.
Oh.
And he was, I think, fired by Disney 10 years ago.
Dang. Okay.
When he was living in Tokyo. Well, he was doing like Tokyo's commercial stuff for Disney,
mm-hmm.
nothing major. But decided to make comedy videos of just different movies and TV shows that come out. And he has... I need to send you the Riverdale one. Like, he's a Riverdale saga where he goes through every single season. He draws out in cartoon form, like his own form.
Wow, that's cool. I love that.
All the characters.
I feel like I've seen that before.
He's so funny. And I just really appreciate that he has making animation opportunities for himself, because I think now he's doing stuff for Disney freelance.
Oh, wow.
In LA.
Okay.
So,
hey.
Okay. Another one is one of my best friends, Jada Jones. I started watching her because I was thinking about moving to LA, and she's our age, and she didn't go to college, so she moved to LA, and I started watching her, and then how we met was so funny because I was following her on TikTok, and she went through TSW, which is what she's most famous for. Mm-hmm. She has been an advocate for extreme skin conditions in the arts, and I reached out to her one day because she had mentioned that she was having a rough week, and I said, well, if you need anything, like, let me know. And she reached out, and she was like, thank you so much. But she's a gamer. So are my friends from home. And they're on Discord. She's on Discord. So one day, I'm the one friend who doesn't game. I was hanging out with my friends from home on summer break, and I see Jada Jones on Discord. And I say, oh, haha, I know someone named Jada. And she's on YouTube and TikTok. And my friends were like, our Jada is on YouTube and TikTok.
Oh,
and I said,
they were already friends with her.
Jada's Black and Asian, so probably not. And they said, our Jada's Black and Asian. And I texted Jada, and I was like, hey, do you know these guys? And she was like, yeah, they're my gaming friends. And that's how we became friends. But fun. She's great. And then another one is John Green, his history.
Classic.
I mean, love it. And also, probably my favorite on TikTok and YouTube at the moment is Ilona Mar. I love her.
She's on YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She does vlogs.
Oh.
She vlogged the Olympics. She vlogged Dancing with the Stars. It's great.
That's cool.
She travels with her sister. I love her. And I think, when you're younger, you don't realize that a lot of girls feel like they don't fit the mold that they're supposed to.
Totally.
And you don't realize that it's more universal until you graduate college and you stop giving a fuck, and then you just talk about it and everyone's like, oh, yeah. No, I have body dysmorphia. No, I have body dysmorphia. And you're like, oh, I guess I wasn't special then.
Yeah. I've never had a unique experience ever in my life.
Never. But she is so amazing at talking about how femininity and strength and brutality doesn't have to be something separate. And it can actually, you can be tough and funny and pretty and feminine.
Yeah.
All in one. And be desirable. And I freaking love her. She's also hilarious. Yeah, those are my creators.
Do you have any favorite trends?
Heck yeah, I do.
I have 3.
Okay, we want to go boom, 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 boom?
Do you have 3?
Yeah.
Okay. My first one, people with really lush backyard gardens. Okay. I love videos that are like, come with me to make dinner, and then they're just clipping snap peas and asparagus out of their own backyard garden. I'm obsessed with them.
So I have something very similar, but it's people who traveled to the countrysides of Europe or something and just make wine and charcuterie in their beautiful scenic space.
Yeah.
And it's just in a farmhouse. Yeah. And it's my dream.
I want you to pull out butter that you got from your neighbor.
They churn butter.
Yeah.
You see them churning butter. It's the trad wife shit. But I eat it up.
It's so good.
So good. Okay. What's your next one?
My next one is fancy houses for sale.
But you love a good house.
Yeah. It goes into, I love house hunting, but especially ones that are like 52 mid-century modern in random area of Portland, Oregon, and it's so beautiful.
You
and
sent me
wood.
one the other day, and it was so stunning.
I love those videos.
It was in, where was it? I think it was in Topanga.
Yeah, probably.
Or I sent you it. One of us sent it to the other.
Those are so good.
Dream.
Yeah.
Dream. My second one is less serious. You saw me post about it on TikTok, but the Pepe, the king prawn Muppet trend.
What?
Life is a mystery. And you had slides of saying different horror stories that happened to you in explicit detail.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know you're talking about.
When I talked about how I pooped my pants because I was on my period, all white stage in a white toga, and then I got chased by violinists.
Those are funny. People airing their comedic trauma is great.
It's so good.
Yeah.
What's your third one?
My last one is, and this is a more recent development, is all the jewelry stack videos. Some of them, when people are wearing 15 necklaces, it gives me sensory overload a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little too
But
much.
I want to see all of the funky rings that you're wearing and the funky jewelry. It's so fun. And I love that fashion maximalist or maximalism is coming back.
Yes.
Because for way too long, it was a black top and a skinny jean. And I need the color. I need the patterns. I need the intrigue. I need you to say that I got this for $2 at some random old person's home.
No, so true. Did you see another amazing TikToker that I forget, but she was talking about how color is now going to be the counterculture. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But it was really cool because I think living in LA, I've realized that color is so fun. Mm-hmm. Because living in New York, there's 4 colors.
Yeah.
It's maroon, black, gray or white before Labor Day, and navy blue, but nothing lighter. Yeah. And that is it.
Yeah. Nobody has any color on there.
I wear green or yellow, and everyone's freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah. I do love patterns and color nowadays. I just wish I had fancier places to go.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel a little out of the...
Girl, let's go to a happy hour.
Well, sure, but I want to wear my fancy stuff during the day when I can see my outfit. Well, I guess nowadays it's late enough during 5 p.m., but...
Or we'll just go frolic.
Yeah. What's your third one?
My third one is, I love all, the girly pop trends in LA. Mm-hmm. Where people, I don't know, health or me going to this little flea market and what I got and all the girly pops around here doing girly little things, and I've grown an appreciation for that post-college, and I just eat it up for dinner, lunch, and breakfast in that order.
Like them until they tell me they're going to Pilates, and then I don't care anymore.
Okay. Yeah. If I see them wearing leggings that I can't afford, then I'll
suddenly my interest has plummeted.
Suddenly I have to turn my mirrors upside down. Suddenly I'm not as interested.
Yeah.
But yeah.
As for hot takes.
Yeah.
Okay. I technically have 5, but 3 of them are of the same category.
That's crazy. Go.
This is my stop doing this category.
Okay.
And I have 3 major ones.
Okay.
1, getting veneers. Stop. Because I keep seeing videos of Amy Lou Woods from
White
Lotus and Sex Education, and I'm obsessed with her teeth. I love them, and they're so beautiful. And when people have veneers, especially in period pieces, it takes me right out. And 9 out of 10, your teeth are too bleached.
Yeah.
And they look bad. You got horse teeth now.
Yeah, I think, especially for period pieces, veneers, if not done well by a professional, can be really jarring.
Mm-hmm.
I know people who I grew up with who had to get veneers for health reasons.
Yeah, if you medically need them, that's different. But if you just don't like the gap in between your teeth anymore
Yeah.
and suddenly have pearly whites the next time you're on a red carpet, I'm questioning.
Yeah.
So
Perfect straight teeth without
Yeah.
2 years of braces.
Yeah, so that's my number one. Stop doing this. My number two, stop posting body checking videos. I don't want to see you in a bikini just staring at yourself.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. And it makes me feel weird staring at you, staring at yourself, and you're half unclothed.
Yeah.
It's weird. And it's one thing if it's an outfit video and you're looking at how you look from all the angles. But if I can clearly see that you are wearing a sports bra and tiny little biker shorts, you're not doing it because you
if
love
you're
your
in
outfit.
Costa Rica and
Yeah.
you can see the background of a beautiful waterfall with your
Yeah.
mirror, that's different.
Yeah. Or, oh my God, the trend nowadays of people making,
I hate mirror selfies. I hate them.
well, that I don't mind. But the trend of people filming their TikToks and they go to change and they turn around and it's their bare back so that they can change their bra or something. I don't want to see your bare back.
I can't do that.
It's too intimate.
One wrong move and my boob is gonna be just
Yeah,
to the side.
I don't want to see your bare back. It makes me actually extremely uncomfortable.
Unless you're one of my bestest friends.
Yeah, I hate it on TikTok. And my number three, stop the overeating and the fast eating TikToks.
I hate
They
them.
make
They
me
sick.
so ill. I hate them. There's this one guy on TikTok that Ian watches all the time, and he knows that I hate them now, so he doesn't show me. But he'll take a block of cheese or something and
I
take
hate them.
the biggest bite he can and like gags because he eats too much. Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. It makes my stomach churn so bad. I hate them. Those are my three. Stop doing those.
I hate those too.
Yeah. Or the fast eating ones, the like eating competitions. I can't do them.
No, they're disgusting and
Yeah.
unhealthy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go and then you do your other two?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have two big ones. So for me, it's my first one is in the industry. Take everyone's opinion with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll give my personal example. I was a stand-in for season 1 of Sex Lives of College Girls, which, guys, I know season 3 was not great, but why do we have to cancel it? Anyways.
It got canceled?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, now it's looking to go to Netflix, but I don't think Netflix is going to buy it.
Really?
Ruh-roh.
I feel like it needs one more season to get them
Just
out
to
of college.
wrap it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them to graduation, please.
I didn't finish season 3.
That's okay.
And I was really liking it. I really enjoyed season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Season 3, once you don't have Renee, it really wasn't.
Well, also, they took 2 semesters and pushed them together in 10 episodes. Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, we don't need to, whatever. Especially because the way that they were doing it was season 1 was semester 1, season 2 was semester 2. You're going to have all sophomore year in one? That's crazy. But anyways, I was a stand-in and one photographer was telling me that I need to take it off right now because if someone off my resume, because if someone sees that, then they're not going to want to cast me. But I kept it, and my friend who's a casting director, my first meeting I got with her was because I was a stand-in, and now she was saying, "Oh yeah, you'd be good for that world. Let me introduce you to the casting director."
Yeah.
So everyone's opinion is different.
Yeah.
I have no pressure to meet her, like, whatever. But that'd be cool. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Do what you feel is best for you, and do it with kindness and confidence and a sense of groundedness in your choice, and people will respect that.
Yeah, as long as you have a backbone of what you're doing. Like, especially in musical theater, they say sing the song that makes you feel confident, sing the song that you feel the best in.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, because they don't want to hear, if you're going in for a show that's, sure, if you're going in for The Sound of Music, don't come in with Dead Girl Walking.
Yeah!
But you don't have to bring a song that Julie Andrews sung that one time, as long as there's another song that's kind of in that rep that makes you feel good.
Or you don't have to sing a song from an unproduced musical that's never had a workshop. That
I've got feedback on that kind of
take,
stuff.
Let's stop with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the opposite end of that is I've heard people that are casting or whatever it is say, if I don't know what it is, I'm spending the rest of the time you're singing wondering why I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Not listening to you sing. But anyways, I agree.
mean, for the next 2 years, don't do Defying Gravity, because that's Cynthia Erivo's song.
Yeah.
But, there's plenty of other songs.
And songs that were deemed unusable are now back.
Yeah.
Sing Pulled. I want to hear you sing Pulled from the Addams Family, actually.
Yeah, sing Mama Who Bore Me.
Yeah.
Right now.
Pulled is so fun. It's such a good song.
I want to see your Pulled.
I think I have the bootleg version of it somewhere.
I'm gonna need that. But my second one is, what the heck? What the heck? A hot take. I send the most fun, funny, charming, lovely emails. Mm-hmm. Probably many times a day. Uncountable times a day. That have all of my links, including links to my reel and all of my tapes. Now, if they went seen and unliked, fine. You didn't like it and you didn't respond. That's fine. But if I look on my analytics and I see 5 likes for this and 7 rewatches and 4 likes on this and 3 rewatches, which is what is happening, and I get no emails back. What the heck?
It actually, and I understand that agents and managers and casting teams and everything are swamped.
They're swamped
all the time.
But if you're liking to go back to the video, great. You can say, hey, I saw your video, is great, not looking for representation, but when I am, I'll look back.
Yeah.
Fine.
And it makes me feel so good when people do that. And I've had some people email me back, at least have like an automated message so I know it went through.
Or YouTube, can you just tell us who's liking my videos?
Can you show me exactly who is watching?
Yeah, or not even that, but they show who's been on your website and who's like what city has been on.
Yeah.
Do that for likes, please. I'm literally begging you.
Yeah,
I'm going crazy. You'll know people who live in LA and also New York, but very much LA. Come to learn that the industry has ebbs and flows constantly. There are some weeks where you are working nonstop and auditioning nonstop and you don't have time to think, oh, I'm not auditioning for this, or I'm not doing this. There are some weeks where you're not doing jack shit.
Yeah.
And you are so sad.
Yeah.
And it's hard to redirect your positivity.
Yeah. And then I go and email 20 agents and managers in one day and then hear nothing back ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thank you.
You're like, right.
Yeah.
But then I see 5 likes in a week.
Well, so it's interesting because, and this wasn't on my hot takes, but I posted a TikTok the other day saying me the day after the Oscars, like going in and seeing who all these people's agents and managers are. And someone posted a comment, and I actually deleted it because...
It was mean?
Well, it wasn't mean. They basically were like, if you email them, they're going to blacklist you.
No, they won't.
Yeah, and I didn't want people that are even newer than me to look at that and then go, oh my God, holy fuck, you know?
Email, no.
But first of all, that would be so much work for them.
Yeah.
To take note of every single person that is emailing them ever. And second of all, no, they don't. That is not how that works.
The very few people who have responded to me or have wanted to meet with me through email have said that they love it when actors...
Or they're just so kind.
Yeah. And if they're not, then you don't want to work with them.
Yeah, I've gotten... we're not looking for any more people, but we wish you well. I've gotten, I love your look, but I'm not taking on any more clients. I've just gotten, we have too many people in your area, you know, but they're never, those are the 3 people that have ever texted me back. But it's like, they're not saying, why did you email me? Stop emailing me. This is not a public email. I got IMDb Pro. Like, your email is out there. You know, it's not like I am going in.
Don't yell at me. Yell at your intern.
Yeah. And yeah.
No, don't yell at your intern. They work really hard.
Yeah. Please don't yell at anybody.
Redacted. Retracted.
But it's weird to think that they have the time and energy to blacklist every single one of those people, because if they did, this industry would be way smaller.
And hot take, all love, but that person probably is using scare tactics to try and get people to not.
That, or they don't want to put in the effort to email all those people, so they're using that
as an excuse.
Yeah.
Guys, what the heck? Don't do that. What the heck? Don't do that.
My other 2 hot takes, one of them is just, I saw this TikTok earlier today, and this girl was going into Sephora, and foundation was $80. Why is makeup so expensive? Why?
$80?
$80 for foundation.
I haven't bought foundation in years.
Yeah, I don't even buy makeup really nowadays, but skincare and makeup is getting too damn expensive. I can't afford this. I don't go into Sephora.
I went to K-Town the other day to get a sunscreen. Mm-hmm. An essential item in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So expensive.
It pissed me off. And my last one, that was just a really quick side note. My last one is, I love Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
The Hailey Bieber of it all has been coming back around on at least my FYP. I don't know about you.
No.
So someone made this YouTube video basically accusing Hailey Bieber of being a Justin Bieber stalker growing up. And
okay, what if she was?
Yeah, and what if she was? But she like claims to not be, and whatever. And that's besides the point.
Tom Holland was a Zendaya stalker when he was growing up. And guess what? He's engaged to her. It works.
Well, so people keep bringing up that maybe, and there are some similarities, but I think that she's actually obsessed with Selena Gomez.
I agree.
Because...
Me too.
Have you seen all those videos where Selena makes a cooking show and says, oh, this is just my house. Hailey makes a cooking show. Oh, this is just my house. She posts a picture of her as a baby. Hailey posts a picture of her as a baby. It's crazy. There's a lot of similarities. But I love Selena for not saying anything about it and living her best life with Betty Blanco.
Did you see that she sold Alex's wand today?
For $4. She sold a diamond ring that is supposed to be $3,200 for $12.
That's wild.
She doesn't need the money.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just giving back.
I love that.
$4.
She doesn't
have a care in the world.
She owns she's
a billionaire.
Her makeup brand.
Yeah.
Hailey Bieber comes out with a makeup brand.
That's what I'm saying.
Selena Gomez, however, is inclusive to all skin tones. Did you see the blush on dark-skinned women?
Oh,
controversy?
Yes. Yeah.
Just, what?
Yeah. But Selena, she's got her mans that cooks her food at 3 a.m.
And guess what? Benny knows that she is way out of his league.
But every single interview that I see with him, he's funny
Yeah.
And he's actually really emotionally competent.
He's very smart and clearly respects her.
Yeah, and I love that for her. And I'm
Yeah.
so excited to see her wedding dress. And
Did you,
Ozempic or not, she looks great.
She looks great. Also, Benny is hilarious. And side note, I just saw a video where he and Ed Sheeran, he called Ed Sheeran up like 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's only spoken to him twice in passing.
Mm-hmm.
Said, I need you to come on a boat with me. They go sailing
Right.
from, I want to say, wine country all the way down to San Diego.
Right, of course.
And Benny takes Ed and says, can we Titanic?
He's so unserious.
And
I love that for her.
Great. I love that for her because she's also very serious but unserious.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, that's just only what we see on social media, but I wish them the best.
Yeah. Social media is a place where you can make up an entire life for yourself. It is essential. It is an essential tool for actors, especially in the film industry, but in the theater industry too. Mm-hmm. But use it with grace and discretion, that not everything that you see is true, but also it could be. And let's be kind to each other online.
Yeah. And make Instagram casual again.
Yeah.
And please go follow me so that people don't think
Isa,
I only have 200
what are
followers.
your social media handles?
I am at Isa Providence on Instagram and TikTok. And we are at the Greek Chorus Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
And I am Jordan T. Burrows on TikTok and Jordan Tate Burrows on Instagram.
All right.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.